Hello? Yes, we're supposed to get it today. Uh-oh. Hello? Pulled up here on the phone right now. There's some people, get sick from these dirty filters and all too. Melinda's giving it a bath right there. The air conditioner itself has not been kept up. There's not much you can do because it'll be all down in those coils. Just now watching a vlogger that he just tested positive in a room, plus he thinks he's got pink eye. And his air conditioner is super dirty. It's noisy. I think it's maybe like over, I think he said like Eurotel or someplace like that. And he's in a little bit of a nightmare situation. He's in a quarantine, just was tested yesterday. And so he hasn't been getting any rest. His air conditioner's noisy. It's super filthy. His pillows were dirty. These are the things, you got to think about when you're trying to
Get sick of it.
you're going to get, your room yourself is going to make you sick. You're going to be stuck in a dirty environment. And I'll just tell you, his name's Mark. And one of the things that Mark showed too is he pulled a pillowcase off of a pillow. And the pillow in behind, underneath the pillowcase, was super nasty, had stains and stuff and all. He actually stepped out of his room in a hallway there to a linen closet and grabbed some pillowcases, and whatever those stains were on his pillow actually came up through the new pillowcase as well. You got to think about that. There's more than just saving, $20, $30, $40 difference on a room of the quality that you're getting. This is the environment you're quarantining in. A filthy air conditioner, a mattress that you don't know what's happened on, pillows that you don't know how old they are and how it's being kept clean. And of course, pillows soak stuff up. Just more little things that you need to think about when you're going to be in quarantine and locked up in a room. You're not going out. You're going to be breathing the same air. The air is being recirculated. We have a window right here that we can open. You see this? I can pull a lever. I have been opening it. But today is an exceptionally smoggy day. It's cleared up a little bit now. Back in the distance, it's still pretty smoggy. But earlier, you could not even see those mountains. Those mountains there and those buildings, it looked like there must have been a major fire going on. And that's that smog, and we're up high elevation up here on the 20th floor. And so we were right up in a cloud of smog earlier today, and I really got to feeling it in my sinuses, and so did Melinda and all, and I realized, oh man, that window's open and we're letting that smog come in. And I closed up the window and it got a whole lot better. And now Mark, he has got pink eye, and he believes he got it from the pillow and the aircon, or maybe, both or one or the other, but he ended up in that Eurotel in a dirty environment. Some of those hotels that are working as quarantine hotels right now, they were previously short-time hotels. If y'all don't know what short-time hotels is, well, let's say you and your little girlfriend, y'all are all right there in mama's house, and you can't get no private time to show her just how much you truly love her. And so you go take her to the short time hotel and you show her how much you love her. How much you love her for a short time. And then you roll out, and that room might possibly see numerous customers in a single day. It's almost midnight here in just a little bit, and it's going to be time for us to take our RT-PCR test. I guess we've already made it to that 5th day. We ended up with an early slot, and so they're going to show up here sometime after midnight, maybe around 12:30 a.m. to maybe 3 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame. This is the big gamble day. This test right here is the big gamble. What's going to happen when you test positive? You're going to spend 10 days. That starts again from the time you tested positive. Our bags are maybe at the airport right now here in the Philippines, in Manila, but we can't go get them. Now here's the trick. If we test positive tonight, that's 10 more days that we can't go retrieve our bags. And then it's up to us to go claim them. And of course, we've been in a quarantine hotel. We couldn't be there when they showed up. This is going to become even more complicated for us. We have a flight already booked to go on down to Iloilo. Tricky part right here. While we've been in quarantine, the level alerts have changed. In Iloilo and many other provinces right now, the alert level has went to level 3. Now, there's new protocols for going there. And one of them is that you have to have a test that shows you're negative within 72 hours prior of getting on the plane and flying to Iloilo. Well, it's a little tricky on that maybe for us right now. We were already booked to go down to Iloilo because the flights were getting so limited. Now I know you probably shouldn't book a ticket before you know your test results, but it's a flip of a coin, because if we don't book, then we may not get a flight for days or even a couple of weeks going down there, because the seats were very limited on getting on the plane. And then if you also book the ticket real close to the time that you're going, you're going to pay an extremely higher price. But here's the tricky part. So our flight down to Iloilo is on the 11th. It's on the 11th at 8:15 a.m. In just about 15 minutes, it'll be the 8th. And we're going to get our test really early in the morning hours on the 8th. Now, it don't go from the time of when you get your results. It goes from the time that they swab you. So if they swab us at 1 a.m., well, our 72 hours begins there with that PCR test to be able to use that same one to board the flight down to Iloilo. Well, that's going to put us outside the 72 hours. 1 a.m. on the 9th is 24, 1 a.m. on the 10th, 48, 1 a.m. on the 11th is 72, and then we've got around till 8:15. So there's about another 7.5 hours right there that we're going to be outside that window to use that same RT-PCR test in order to board the plane to Iloilo. So that's a problem. We tried to contact the Toxic Care and ask them to don't do an early swab for us, to do it later, put us towards the end of your list for that day. Actually a unique situation that we'd actually want to stay in the quarantine longer, for the fact that if we stay in here a few more hours, we can use that same RT-PCR test. But they were in disagreement to change their schedule. So what choices do we have? Well, if we come out negative tonight, this test is not going to meet that flight time. So maybe we could contact Philippine Airlines and move up our flight to the 10th, maybe on the evening or whenever on the 10th, because we'll be out, whatever time, if they have a slot available anywhere from the 9th or the 10th. So that's it. That's an option we have, is to try to appeal to the airlines to move us forward on a flight. We already have our acceptance letter, and it's dated for the 11th. I'm pretty sure that they would adjust that date for us for coming in a little bit earlier, because we've already been accepted. We're already on a list that's okay to come home. Other options is to chase down and get another swab test. Now that we would have to pay for, we'd have to go find a place, and we'd have to wait for the results once again. And you're risking of getting a false positive. Let's say that we just tested negative and then we do another one, we test positive. Man, the one before it's out the door. The government's going to go by the newest test. And so if one of us tests negative and one of us tests positive, we both have to go in to this quarantine because we were in close contact with each other. So we really don't want to risk throwing the dice out there for a back-to-back test, and we're lowering our chances of going, and we're increasing our chances that one of us could come up with a positive. Hello. Okay. Yes, they're supposed to get it today. They're already here. Okay, I'll get my wife awake and we'll get prepared. So they're going just to different rooms right now. They'll just come here and knock or what? Okay, we'll just wait for them here then. Okay, thank you. So there you have it. It's 12:52. We just got our call. The SWAT team's already here. So this is about to happen. Mel, you need to get on up, baby. They're going to be here anytime. Get yourself up and get yourself in order. So here we go. We'll see what happens, you know. Can't deny, we're a little nervous, but it's out of our hands. Whatever it is, it is. I just hope that their tests are accurate. That's the main thing. Hope. It would sure be a shame to have gave up 10 days of your life. You don't know if you truly are or not, because there is a lot of false positives come out of these tests. These are the risks you take when you come here. If you're coming here just for a short trip, don't do it. Just don't do it.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, how are you?
We're gonna do your swab test today. Can you just go to the landing area of the elevator?
Where's that? Right around the corner down here?
Right around the corner.
Only seen it once.
That's okay. Have you paid online for the swab test? We will need the email confirmation of the payment and also your passport.
Okay.
Okay, we will wait for you there.
Hello.
Morning.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, you have a tripod.
Oh, yeah. We're going to document it all.
Okay. What's your passport?
I have them here in my pocket. Give me just a second.
And the payment confirmation since you paid online.
Got it pulled up here on the phone right now.
So 2 sets of swab, 2 in the throat and 2 in the nose.
Wow. So 2 in the throat
Yes.
and 2 in the nose. 4 swabs.
Yes.
Right now, 1 person, 4 swabs.
Yes.
Wow.
It's the both nostrils.
Wow. What about the armpit? Wow, big mouth.
And now we do the nose.
It's the worst one, the nose.
You may feel a slight discomfort on this one. Just relax and inhale. Other side. I'm sorry, Mom. Okay. One more stick. Tell me when you're ready.
Sige po.
Relax. Inhale. Other side. Okay.
Wow.
You're done now.
4 of them. Wow.
Oh.
About how long will it be, you think, before we get the results today?
8 to 12 hours, sir. Truly need.
8 to win?
8 to 12 hours.
Okay.
Sir, you may sit down. James Way.
That's me.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
You do the throat first.
So on this side, you're going to get Chopal, and on this side, you're going to get Lomi.
So Alex, like a yellowish color.
Yeah, Chopal or Lomi. Which one do you want?
I want both.
Pero kung what I mean is kung regular sa na yung anong days na kayo mag-breast swab?
Ano rin po, by morning po, hindi po siya mamaya pa pong umaga. Pero yun pong result is 24 hours.
Swab na gano'n. Kaya sinabi namin na yung time na swab ngayon. Paano ba yun? Di ba mag-counting na ba yan ngayon?
One more stick. Tell me when you're ready.
Bali-bali nakuha niyo na po yung sir.
Okay.
That's good. Kasi sa 11, kung negative kami kasi, sa 11 kasi yung flight namin.
Sa 11 po. Anong date?
You're done.
No?
Oo.
sakto pa rin.
So just expect the result in your email within 8 to 12 hours. Once you get the result, you may contact the front desk so that they may assist you in checking out.
Okay, well, thank you for poking my nose 4 times.
4 times.
4 times. Wow.
Thank you for.
Right, 4 swabs. 4. That's the first time we've experienced that, right?
Yeah.
4 swabs. 2 in the mouth, up in the back of your throat. Not a cheek swab. That was like up by your tonsil area and all. And then 2 in your nasal. So wow. That's all I can say is wow. I did not expect that.
When I said 4, you know, I said wow, why? Because I hate that one in the nose.
Yeah, man. That's the first time I really felt it so much in my nose out of all the swabs we did. And we've been swabbed many times now with our travels. That's the most I've ever felt it.
Within, if it comes out negative, you know, that result is 8 to 10 hours. It is the one that they put that one, you know. That's a good thing.
No, our time don't go for our 72 hours from the time we get our results. Our time goes from right now when they swabbed us at 1 a.m. So there you have it, man. I was not expecting 4 pokes, you know. Woo. I still feel that up my sinuses. I was not expecting 4 of them. That is crazy. Y'all share, any of you that's had any swabbing done like that here in Manila or been through quarantine, share in the comments your experience with that. Did you get 4 each? The next few hours is going to be the waiting game here.